What's going on? So today I want to cover a few things. First of all, my CGM is telling me that I have 9 minutes to change my CGM, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And afterwards, I'm going to talk about what this vlog is about, because I feel like I kind of skipped that. I didn't really go over like what I'm going to be doing for the next few years. But this will kind of give you like a recap of what I'm doing. But first, let's change the CGM. So we got a few things. We got our skin tack. This stuff is going to work really well for like making sure the adhesive like sticks to the skin for a good 2 weeks. Next, we got our grip grips. So make sure you get grip grips if you're doing this. This is the best brand by far. Keeps like the adhesive on the skin much better than any other brand you'll find. And of course we got our Dexcom sensor and transmitter. So it looks like this. You guys all know that. Got this little piece, basically an adhesive and the needle that goes in that keeps the sensor in your cell part of your body. So first we're gonna remove my CGM. So I actually had to put a layer of tape because mine totally fell off and I had to rescue it. I'm just gonna rip it. And mine was like literally about to just peel right off anyways, so not too pretty when it comes off. And you want to save this piece. I made the mistake of throwing this piece away, by the way, $600. I threw it away twice on accident. I thought I was supposed to keep this, throw this away. Don't do that. You're gonna cost yourself a lot of money. So, keeping this on the side. Start out with skin tack. And I just did, I did this arm. I got a Lucky X. Now a lot of people have the benefit of having two good spots, but you know, with markers at least. First thing I do every time is I make sure the area is really sticky with the skin tack. So you're just gonna wipe it around a lot, and stuff really gets on your hands. So I'll probably go have to wash this right after so I can work. And you want to let this sit for about like 3 minutes so that it gets nice and sticky and the adhesive gets like right. So that's that. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Alright, so my arm is nice and sticky now. So now we have this piece, the sensor. And we're gonna hate this part. This is the hardest part to do when your hands are sticky and you have to be really precise. So now the camera's gonna help me aim, which I never was able to do before. And with me, I just put it right in the middle of that O, roughly. So now I have to remove this little useless plastic piece in the back, that little guy. And I have to remove that thing, which does not do anything except look pretty. Then I have to stab myself. Alright, so this doesn't hurt that bad, slightly. Oh god, that hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. For being on the arm, it hurt a little bit. And you just pinch that and the needle comes right out. So right now I have the sensor in me, but I don't have this. So that little thing that's in your cells is just like dangling around in my arm right now. So it's not reading anything now, which is a good thing. I always put this in backwards, every time. And I'm back in, I'm done again. But we're not done. So I'm gonna go and start my sensor now. Alright, since we do still have some adhesive around my arm, we're gonna get the grips. Now again, it's a blessing that I have a camera in front of me because these are impossible to put on by yourself. Those of you that use this know exactly what I'm talking about. Even with a mirror, it's still like very hard to do. Well, that could have gone better. I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty bad job. But it'll do for now. I'm not that picky. As long as the sensor works, I'm not really gonna complain. Because sometimes it doesn't. Luckily, my phone has seen my Dexcom and now it's starting to warm up. It's gonna be 2 hours, so let it run. I'm gonna throw away all this like sticky stuff now. Okay, next thing. So some of the comments I've been getting on the YouTube channel have been like, you know, I get it, like you're doing everything a diabetic does, but like what is the vlog about? And at first it was kind of tricky to know because I mean I wanted to do a lifestyle diabetic vlog that, you know, I could kind of identify with other diabetics around me on YouTube or in Detroit, you know, just kind of create this community that is really kind of like difficult in Detroit that I'm not really seeing. But again, I also wanted to address you know, what the lifestyle of a diabetic really is, because, you know, changing the blood sugar, you know, doing this stuff, it's really only half of it. There's that, this is like the physical part of it. You know, you have to do all you know, the stuff that we all do every day, you know, the calculations, the carb counting, all that stuff. But I mean, it doesn't really eat at the heart of, you know, what diabetes is, you know, because for me, diabetes is, you know, eating a bag of chips and, you know, turning into Bruce Banner and feeling like the Hulk and, you know, not being able to control that rage just from going up, you know, to 220, you know, and feeling, you know, either really super tired or just so frustrated for no reason. And I feel like that was, you know, that right there is the essence of what I want this vlog to do. I don't want it to just be me sitting in front of the camera and talking about what's going on in my day. I want to be able to reach out to other diabetics around me and in like a humoristic, funny way that, you know, that we can kind of attack all these problems that we have, you know, for people that have been diabetic for, you know, any period of time. For me, I've only been diabetic for about 6 months now, and, you know, I'm still learning the ropes. I'm not like a teacher by any means. I want to be able to get what's on my mind, you know, out to the world to maybe see, you know, if we can start a conversation or, you know, create a discussion about this rather than, you know, have all these diabetics who just, you know, sit in the dark in Detroit, you know, who rely on Wayne State endocrine or groups or something like that. It's just a challenge, and I'm trying to kind of overcome this this gap that diabetes has in this city specifically. So yeah, I really do want to just kind of attack diabetes as a whole. I want to bring people together. I want to create a community. I want to teach myself things. I want to be able to teach other people things. And I want diabetics to be able to laugh about their diabetes. And that's really, that's the best thing you can do. If you can laugh about your illness and not take it so seriously, that's really the best thing you can do for yourself at its core. So I guess for the duration of this vlog, expect to watch me eat. Expect to watch me bolus and do stuff like this, check my blood sugar. Expect to watch me make serious diabetic problems funny. And expect to see what the lifestyle of a newly diabetic is like. Because, you know, it's not all the same. You know, if you were diagnosed, if you're one of those people that was diagnosed very young, at about 10 years old, then your development of how you know diabetes is much different than of someone like me who got diagnosed when they were 21 years old and right in the middle of college. And it's like having to learn how to be blind later in your life rather than being born blind, if you can understand that. It's not the same as, you know, it's part of your, if you're diagnosed younger, you have this developmental aspect of how you treat it and how you think about it. But if you're diagnosed late like me, you're having to learn a whole new, you know, degree in a matter of months. So expect more. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be posting a video every week or so. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.